What's up, strongest men, women, and children from blocks all around the world? I am my block's strongest man, and today we're going to discuss another competitor spotlight for the Shaw Classic, the inaugural Brian Shaw Classic, coming up in just a few days now on December 12th, 2020. So today we're going to focus on Kevin Ferris.
Ciao, homie.
Welcome to My Block's Strongest Man, where we bring attention to the world of strongman and show you how you can mimic those activities using everyday objects all around your own property. If you haven't done so yet, consider subscribing and remember to hit that bell button for all notifications so you'll know whenever I provide all the valuable content every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. So without further ado, on to today's topic. Kevin Ferris is the latest addition to the Shaw Classic, and I've been scouring his Instagram and social media. I don't see that he has a YouTube channel, so I can't find any training prep for him, but we'll talk about what he did during World's Strongest Man and see how that might compare to how we think he'll do at the Shaw Classic, which, spoiler alert, I think is very, very well. So if we take a look first at the video I did on day one of the qualifiers and look at where Kevin Ferris was in the heats, he was in Group 2, coming in just behind T-Rex Evan Singleton in the 331-pound per hand farmer's walk. And that's because Kevin went first. He was leading the team, and Evan knew he had to beat him, so had kind of a last-second quarter-meter lunge to win the group there. But Kevin Ferris did extremely well, and Evan is not competing at the Shaw Classic due to unfortunate injuries. So what happened next? Well, Kevin's group had the deadlift, and he had 6 reps on a 761-pound deadlift for max reps in 60 seconds. He didn't win his group. He actually came in 4th in his group, but 6 reps equaled out what Terry Hollins and Brian Shaw did in their group, although, again, there was that sort of agreement. I think it's blatantly obvious Terry Hollins had a lot more in him in the deadlift, and I've actually told him so on Instagram. I think it's blatantly obvious. So, anyway, 6 reps there. So Kevin Ferris ends up with 6 points after day 1, sort of tied in second place with 2 other gentlemen. So what happened after that? Well, if we go to the video I did when the finalists were selected at the end of day 2, which you should check out if you haven't yet. It's called Finalist Reveal 2020 World's Strongest Man. We can see that in day 2 we had the loading medley with the monster truck parts, and Kevin Ferris won his group there with a spectacular time that was beaten only by Ivar Smokstelis and Tom Stoltman out of any group. He did fantastic with the loading medley. He's very fast, and his grip strength showed itself in the farmers. So then he had the dumbbell clean and press, where again came in 2nd in his group, so 5 reps, which is a lot lower than, like, for example, what Brian Shaw did in his group. But Brian is renowned for that type of event. Alexi did very well also, but again, 2nd in his group there, and some of these other guys are not competing in the Shaw Classic. So what happened then? Well, then we go to the finals of World's Strongest Man, and in the finals, if we blow this up, we can see Kevin Ferris ended up doing very well also. He ended up in 7th place overall, and that's pretty great for a guy a lot of us never heard of before. I know he's been to World's Strongest Man before, but I think he has a newfound respect from a lot of new fans, including myself, for doing very well. So 7th place, how did that shake out? Well, he had 7 points in the loading medley, which in the finals was that 275-pound anvil into the yoke with the 3 motorcycles on it. So 7 points is close to the top there. He did not do well in keg toss, so that failed him. And then log ladder, 6 points, fairly well. Toward the bottom in the deadlift, so 4 points there. Hercules hold, again, his superior grip strength, which he says comes from a wrestling background, 9 points, so he came in 2nd only to JF Corona in the Hercules hold. And then in Atlas Stones, again, not so well. So how would I translate these things into the events that are happening at the Shaw Classic? Well, here are the events at the Shaw Classic. So I have Kevin Ferris getting 7 points in the log, so I feel that he'll come in behind Maxime Boudreau, Luke Stoltman, and Jerry Pritchett in the log. So this is a max log. And then in the super yoke, which Brian had mentioned he thought would be around 1,100 pounds, he hadn't finalized yet, I have Kevin Ferris with 7 points there as well. A reminder, these are points, not placings, so 7 points is like 4th place. I have him coming in second in the Farmers only to Alexei Novikov, so I think he's going to shine there once again. In the deadlift, he'll be toward the bottom with 4 points. In the circus, I think he'll do fairly well, 7 points there. And then I have him coming in last in the Atlas Stones because he didn't do well in the Atlas and World's Strongest Man. So that gives him a total of 35 points, which would put him in 4th place overall. And I know that's a little crazy to say given he's a last-minute alternate, but he's a last-minute alternate who has just come off of a full prep for World's Strongest Man. It's not like he's coming off the couch. So just kind of doing the math with how he did on similar events in World's Strongest Man and paired with the fact that the events are slightly different here, like there's no keg, for example, which he struggled with in World's Strongest Man, so that event is not here to pull him down. The Atlas is, but, maybe he's been doing some training there, and we haven't seen any of his updated training, so I can't make a determination. Maybe he's even better in some of these areas than I am giving him credit for, and maybe not so good in others, but I have Kevin Ferris coming in with 35 points, 4th place, right behind the winner, Alexei Novikov, again, like he did in World's Strongest Man. This time, I think Jerry Pritchett will jump up from 4th to 2nd, and I think JF Caron will jump down from 3rd to 5th, and Brian Shaw will jump up from 5th to 3rd. So, kind of shifting around all of the same guys in the top 5 there, except for Kevin Ferris, who will jump up to number 4. So let me know in the comments below if you think I'm out of my mind, or if you think Kevin Ferris has really proven himself in World's Strongest Man to be a challenging and deadly rival for some of these top competitors. And we'll see you again next time when I come back with another Athlete Spotlight. Take care. So if you like this video and want to learn more about any of the products I described during this video, make sure to check out the links in the description below. So if you like this video and haven't done so yet, please consider subscribing using that button right there. And also stay tuned for some other videos that you might love blooping up right there. This one is the one that YouTube thinks that you will like the best, and this one is the one that I think you will like the best. As always, share this with everyone, and until next time, ciao, homie.